Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Stephanie. This is the week 10, March the 5th through March the 11th weekly wrap up. Am I recording this hella late? Yes, I am. Yes. And that is because I did it to myself. As you guys know, I started a new job where I'm becoming a water safety instructor. Well, to prepare for that, I have been aiding as a water safety instructor, which means I don't actually teach the lessons, but I am with another instructor and I'm helping with the kids that they do have. Let's just say there are two different sort of I guess cultures. Let's be smart. Different cultures when it comes to the location that I work in. So we have our morning crew that we are very talkative. We talk to each other. We're, discussing things, going over our game plans for the different levels and the different classes and which schools and which kids and this and that, right? And I wanted the full experience. So I decided to take on some weekend classes, which are extremely different. Now, I had already known from the fact that when I do go in and I watch my kiddo swim, that the evening classes are completely different. So evenings are completely out for me. Plus, it kind of cuts into like my carpooling duties for swim for the kiddo, as well as TV watching. Yeah. So I won't be working in the evening. So I was like, oh, I want to do some morning weekend shifts. And I was granted that opportunity to work on a Saturday and a Sunday. And lo and behold, I really enjoyed working Saturday mornings, because I got to see the different culture of working with adults that are learning to swim, as well as some higher levels than what I would normally see during the swim school, where we're only working with second graders. So yeah, I really enjoyed the experience, but that is why this week's video is so late, because I worked last Saturday and last Sunday. And that's normally when I record my content. I usually finish up as many books as I possibly can on Saturday, because my weeks end on Saturday, and then I record my videos on Sunday or Monday. Well, being that I started working on Saturday morning, it's a whole thing. Like when I say my mornings, I mean from like 8 a.m. until like noon, 1 o'clock. I'm either preparing or coming down from the drain of working with people learning to be safe in the water and things like that. So that is why this is like uber late. I probably should have just combined it with next week's, but I didn't. So that is the life update. I am super behind on my visual board. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to count back, but I'm on like 38 here, and I am pretty sure I have read 60 books already this year. So if you found that to be interesting, yeah, I'm actually thinking I might do something even more different than before. I don't know. Because I read so many books, it's hard to, do that. But I really kind of want that visual of the books that I did read this year, not last year, this year. So we're going to keep going with that. There was something else that I need to tell you guys. And now I can't remember what it was. Oh, well, let's get into the books that I did read for the week of March the 5th through March the 11th. Starting off with, I finished Always You, which is Adair number 3 by Samantha Young. This is a romantic suspense contemporary. This is an age gap romance, as well as it is set in Scotland. We're back with the Adair family. And if you have read the other books in the series, you know that Arrow is the daughter, or is the sister of our main male characters that we have met before, as well as some other main brothers that we haven't met. But this is Arrow's story with Mac. Mac is the security guy for Arrow's oldest brother, who is also a movie star, and it entertainment runs in the family. When they were when they inherited the land that their family owned, they all sort of live in Scotland on this beautiful piece of land where they own a private club, private resort area, I guess you could say in American words, that the rich and famous go. And Mac and Arrow have been in each other's lives for a little while, but also Mac likes Arrow and doesn't want to damage his friendship or his employment with Arrow's brother. Arrow has loved Mac for a long time. She tried to act on some of her feelings and felt very rejected in some ways. So this book also deals with a lot of flashbacks and things like that, so you have to be ready to deal with that. If you hadn't read the other two books, you may feel a little lost with some of the things that are going on top of Mac and Arrow's story. But overall, I really enjoyed it. I loved being back in that setting. I always love how Samantha Young gives us this vibrant look at Scotland and really kind of makes you want to go visit and see these places, because she herself is Scottish and she's using her experience as a Scottish human being in her books and giving you this sort of look at her land. And just it sounds like it's going to be such a beautiful, beautiful place if I ever get to go and visit Scotland. The next book that I finished was The General, which is Gideon number 6 by J Nell. This is a contemporary interracial novella, giving this 4 stars, giving it 4 Steam fans. Had it as an ebook through KU, and this is a Black author. There are content warnings for grief, revenge, second chance. This does have a cliffhanger. There are over 40 characters. The characters are over 40 for this book. And this is really a continuation in the Gideon family. So you're going to see a whole lot of people that have already had their books, but you're also going to get hints at some people that have books coming up. And this story revolves around Moses and Bree, and you really do need to know the world before jumping into this one. So you most definitely you can read it as a standalone, but I wouldn't suggest it as a standalone because of all that extra information that's going in there. Moses is a military general, and he is thinking about retirement and what he should do after retirement. Bree comes into his life and is his friend first and foremost, and they build on that friendship to love, and it ends on a cliffhanger of a sort for another character. Moses, the general, his daughter was kidnapped at one point, and the Gideon family has helped him get his daughter back. And the next story, I believe, is the daughter's story of how she is a survivor and how she is coping, and how she found love with one of the Gideon brothers, I believe. So there's that. Stepping back, I forgot to give you guys my rating for Always You. That I'm giving 4.5 stars, and I'm giving it 2.5 Steam fans. I listened to it as an audiobook. Back to the regular list, and the final book that I finished reading last week was Taste, which is Cloverly Farms Next Generation, book number 2 by Melanie Harlow, placing this in contemporary, giving it 4.25 stars, giving it 3 Steam fans. Had this as an audiobook, and this is Childhood Rivals, Forced Proximity, Snowstorm. Gianni is a big time chef. He hit it big on a reality show, He's sexy, he's sweet. And then we have Ellie, who is a sommelier for the family farm, which is a winery, and things like that. It's not like a farm, it's a winery and restaurant, and that's what's going on in this town. So Gianni is working the restaurant, and Ellie is, doing her wine stuff. And when she gets invited to a possibility of a cover for a magazine, Gianni goes with her because there is an impending snowstorm for the area. And on their drive up there, they really don't like each other because of some things that ended up happening in their childhood. And it was just really a miscommunication, and nobody talked. But at their big ass age of like 16, 17, 18, you wouldn't think that they would have talked. So, but to hold a grudge that long was very interesting. But then they started to let down their walls for each other when they get snowed in a little ways in between the event and back home. And this is an accidental pregnancy as well. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. I thought this story flowed better than book number 1 did for me. And I'm looking forward to this series. I'm glad I'm continuing on with this series. So what am I currently reading? I am currently reading Tinsel, which is Lark Cove number 4 by Devney Perry. Right Man, Right Time by Meghan Quinn, which is book number 3 in the Vancouver Agitators books or series. Also Timeless, which is Lark Cove number 5 by Devney Perry, and Emulsify by Niccoyan Zheng, which is Elite number 2 in this for her that series for her. So other than that, I don't think there's anything going on. Like I said, this is going to be, I didn't say it, but this is going to be a short video. It's going to be very rough. No editing, as you guys will see or have seen. My kiddo's swim fundraiser is still going on. So if you are interested in helping keep him in the water, you can do that. It's no obligation. The link is down in the description box, as well as a feedback form to help me continue improving this channel. And I think that's it. Other than that, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Also, there's a feedback form down there. Just said that. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in another video. If you come with me tonight.